Can you hear me okay?
Yep, can you
All
hear
right.
me?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we'll check the weather first.
Howell, Livingston County, Spencer J. Hardy Airport. Automated weather observation 162-9er. Zulu weather wind 020 at 3. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 17 Celsius. Dew point 6. Altimeter 3023. The runway will close nightly for
Okay,
joint
3023 is the altimeter setting.
Okay.
That's basically the barometric pressure.
Yeah.
And the altimeters use that to tell us our altitude. So you'll notice
Livingston County,
we steer with our
Spencer
feet
J.
in the
Hardy
plane,
Airport.
so
Automated
you can just
weather
kind of ride
observation.
along.
162-9er. Zulu weather wind 360 at 3.
We're still on 3-1. So yeah, you know, you want to try to maintain center line as much as possible.
Okay.
And this plane has a castering nose wheel, kind of like
Alright.
on a shopping cart. It's free castering.
Okay.
So you have to use a lot of rudder with a little bit of wind that comes across the taxiway here. The plane it hits the rudder and wants to weather vane into the wind.
Okay.
So you have to be pretty aggressive on the rudder
Okay.
to stay on the center line. So you can kind of see how I'm doing that. Your first lesson with a flight instructor, they'll have you actually taxi the whole way. And you'll be all over the place the first time. That's normal.
Yeah. What are the blue light things for?
Those are just the taxiway edge lights.
Okay.
So at night,
Oh, okay.
when we're taxiing at night, we know where to go.
Okay.
So the taxiways have, you'll learn this in the class, but the taxiways have blue lights and the runway has white lights.
Okay.
So that way you know, especially at a bigger airport, whether you're on a runway or a taxiway,
Okay.
which is, of course, important to know.
Yeah.
Looks like we're still recording, so that's good.
Alrighty.
So what we're going to do here is just a quick run up,
Okay.
which is running the engine up 1700 RPM and checking both magnetos. So this is our RPM right here, so we take it up to 1700.
Okay.
Go to right magneto, both, left, both. You're looking for less than 150 RPM drop on either magneto. If that's what you see, then everything's healthy.
Okay.
Load up the electrical system, and when I do this, I'm watching the amp meter to make sure it moves a little, to make sure that gauge is working. I turn everything on electrically and make sure that everything looks good. So that all looks good. Back to idle. Circuit breakers, full control, left and right, up and down on the elevator. That all looks good. Take off flaps, and then I'll just check my checklist and make sure I didn't forget anything. Fuel pumps on. Okay, we're good to go. We'll turn on our taxi light for takeoff. And go ahead and close that window. As you saw in the pre-flight, there's a fire extinguisher and a hammer to break the glass. If you need to get out of the airplane, if we have to land in a field or something, both of these come back to get the canopy up.
Okay.
Other than that, just help me look for other airplanes. And
Alright.
if you see one, just let me know.
Alrighty.
Lewis County traffic, Diamond 595 Gulf Lima, holding short 31. Archer across from me. Are you ready to go, or you want me to go?
Cherokee 08 Quebec, we got to do our run up, so we'll be a little bit.
Okay, thanks. We're going to go here. Livingston County traffic down 595 Gulf Lima departing 31 to the west, Livingston County. So when we start our takeoff roll, we're looking for airspeed to come alive, so we'll call that, and then we're looking for 44 knots to rotate.
Okay.
Airspeed's alive. .44 knots. And then we'll just climb up to 1,500 feet, and that's when we'll put our takeoff flaps in.
Alrighty.
Livingston County traffic, Cessna 67983, departing 31, will be northbound.
So we're pretty much just going to fly straight ahead over Fowlerville.
Okay.
And then we'll turn and go over that Toyota test track over there.
Okay.
And then back in.
Alright, cool.
And there's 1,500 feet, so we'll put the nose down a little bit and put our flaps in. And we can shut our fuel pump off. Now when you shut the fuel pump off, you watch your fuel pressure to make sure that you don't lose fuel pressure. If you do, then you should turn it back on. You might lose a little bit, but you want to make sure if it drops significantly, you turn it back on. Otherwise, you could, you know, not have fuel. So we're almost to 2,000 feet. That's where we're going to level off.
Alright.
Now once I level, I'm going to level it off and trim it out. And you'll notice once we get level, it almost feels like to stay level, the nose is low. It feels like you're kind of doing this.
Yeah.
What you want to do is look outside and use the outside horizon as your attitude indicator.
Okay.
You really, when you're learning how to fly straight and level, and the best pilots fly really well by looking outside.
Okay.
And then you just want to come in and check periodically that you're maintaining the altitude that you want.
Okay.
You want to try, if I say to hold 2,000 feet,
Southeast departure.
you want to try to hold 2,000 feet plus or minus 100.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and take the stick. I'll let you fly now. Okay, it's your airplane. So get that sight picture and what it looks like. And try to hold that. And if you hold that pretty well, you're going to stay level.
Okay.
And then you just want to glance in periodically to see that you're holding your altitude.
Okay.
And you'll notice it's really sensitive, so a little bit of pressure on the stick makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And it's a little bumpy today, so.
Yeah.
Hello, traffic from 93 Delta.
That's the Fowlerville High. Well, is that where you go to? Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, you go to school there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Where do you guys live?
I live over on Sargent Road, which is that way somewhere.
Gotcha. If you want to try to find your house, you're welcome to try.
Alright. I have no idea, to be honest.
The first couple times you do this, it's really hard to find your way.
Yeah.
You know, from up here.
Traffic, Sherman 73449, turning left downwind, runway 21 left.
All right, go ahead and start a nice, left turn. So we'll kind of make a left turn here, and you'll notice when you turn that you might need to pull back a little bit to maintain your altitude.
Okay.
That's good. You want to turn about right there is about the bank angle that you want.
Okay.
It's about 30 degrees or so. And see how you're losing altitude. You want to pull back a little bit. So what happens is some of the lift that's holding the plane up straight and level is what's actually turning you.
Okay.
That's what's turning us. So some of that lift goes into turning the plane, so we have to compensate for that by pulling back a little bit.
Okay.
So you can see the test track out there, just head right for it.
Alright.
There you go, that's good. Go ahead and level out there.
Traffic, Sherman 73449, turning left base, final runway 21.
Livingston County traffic, Diamond 595 Golf Lima, 6 miles to the west, inbound full stop, Livingston County.
Hello, traffic, Scrummin 1193 Delta. We're entering a left downwind for runway 12 low.
You're doing a really good job.
Thank you.
Livingston County, this is Skyhawk 757 Mike Kilo, about 10 miles east, planning a left downwind for runway 13.
Livingston County traffic, Diamond 595 Golf Lima. The active runway right now is 31 based on the last winds. Would you guys mind crossing midfield, entering left downwind 31?
We'll enter left downwind for runway 31, 7 Mike Kilo.
All right, thanks a lot. And this is 595 Golf Lima. We're 4 miles to the west, also inbound Livingston County. All right, cool. So now you can see the runway out there. Just head straight for the middle of the runway.
Hello, traffic, 93 Delta. It's on the left downwind for...
There you go. That's good.